Welcome back to the final part of Module 5. Module 5 is about improving plan implementation in order to achieve the anticipated results of the ESP. We saw mechanisms to support, strengthen, and encourage implementation, including organizational oversight structures, monitoring and evaluation frameworks, and M&E procedures. This section includes a few suggestions for moving forward with planning for the pre-primary subsector in the context of implementation, monitoring, and evaluation. Defining a clear structure and process to oversee implementation of the ESP. Remember that, to the extent possible, this structure should be based on existing structures. Clear plan implementation structures are needed for both monitoring and supporting plan implementation and should be included in the ESP. These structures must include all levels of oversight, including central and decentralized levels. Pre-primary oversight structures may also include representatives from other ministries or partners who play a critical role in the implementation of pre-primary activities. Successful ECE program implementation also depends on regular monitoring and reviews at both decentralized and national levels. In addition to regular day-to-day monitoring and periodic reviews, annual reviews with stakeholders at midterm and final reviews are critical to assess achievements and shortcomings in ECE programs implementation and to agree on strategies for improvements. Strengthen operational planning processes. Action plans, whether multi-year or annual, can help assist with ESP implementation by clearly matching ESP activities to the inputs, costs, sources of funding, and entities responsible for implementation. If we know, for example, who is responsible for ECE activities, there is a greater chance that those activities will be implemented. Similarly, if financial resources have been identified for particular activities, they also stand a greater chance of being implemented. Develop a matrix of key performance indicators to guide high-level monitoring of the plan. The KPI matrix provides a comprehensive overview of the education system performance, indicating to decision-makers areas of achievements where implementation is lagging. It is critical to identify KPIs for the pre-primary subsector to be included in the matrix. Develop indicators that are smart and that use and strengthen existing information systems. The monitoring and evaluation framework is more detailed than the matrix of KPIs. It clearly specifies the chain of results and related indicators associated with implementation of ESP priorities, including ECE ones. Planners need to think carefully about which indicators to include in the M&E framework, keeping in mind the time that it takes to collect, analyze, and report on the necessary data. Results are easier to measure when data are incorporated into MS and other ongoing data collection processes. Considering that data is often limited for the pre-primary subsector, developing a limited number of essential indicators and incorporating them into MS and other existing databases can facilitate the systematic collection of pre-primary data. Three key takeaways from Module 5 include: implementation of the ESP requires that all relevant actors know what their roles and responsibilities are and have the capacity and skills to carry them out. This is all the more important for ECE given the wide range of actors involved. To operationalize the plan over the medium term, the ESP is translated into a multi-year action plan and/or annual operational plans. It is important for ECE programs to be adequately reflected and worked out in these tools. A robust M&E framework should be put in place with smart ECE indicators and KPIs to keep track of ECE programs and results progress and inform course correction as necessary. Congratulations! You have completed the last MOOC presentation. Over the past 5 weeks, you have learned about all of the main phases of the education sector plan preparation process and the specific considerations for pre-primary that need to be addressed at each phase to ensure proper mainstreaming. We saw that while there is a standardized approach to education planning sector-wide, some of the unique aspects of the pre-primary subsector, such as the diversity of its providers, financing sources, program models, and standards, and the importance for family engagement, create particular challenges when planning for the subsector. Issues such as the need for increased coordination, inclusion of specific pre-primary stakeholders, and sufficient technical expertise, as well as the limitation of robust data and lack of capacity and leadership, will need to be addressed during plan preparation. This course has provided you with the crucial information and tools that will provide you with some understanding on how to tackle these issues and to advocate so that the key features required for a strong pre-primary subsector are supported throughout the planning process. Congrats! You are now ready to support the development of a sound pre-primary subsector within your education sector plan. Please do not forget to now consult the course reader and complete the last required course activities.